want to do a follow-up on the IPS Game Boy Color mod that I did, I don't know, like a week ago, give or take. Probably longer now that I think about it. Regardless, I did get a glass lens on it, but that's not why I'm here. There is a problem with the kit that a few people had pointed out, and I kind of dismissed because it wasn't really happening with my kit, but it was happening, I just wasn't really noticing it. If you look at this very far edge on the right hand side, you can see this very last row of pixels. I guess technically it's 2 pixels. It's one original Game Boy Color pixel, but because of the linear scaling, it's 2 pixels on this screen. You can see that it's just a little bit noisy. Now, I didn't notice this for a couple different reasons. One, on games, except for title screens, really, it's not that noticeable. Like, you can see just this top area. The rest of it you can't really notice. Maybe a little bit in this yellow stone here and this red stone. But I mean, you have to really look for it in those ones. If we actually start up the game, you can see down here in the yellow. And I mean, yeah, okay, I guess it's there if you look for it. But the point I'm trying to make, let me swap out DX with the original here. Let me show you something interesting. So this game doesn't do it at all. It seems to be, the difference is this kit shows those noisy pixels on double speed games, not single speed games. So if you have no idea what that means, let me summarize it real quick for you. The Game Boy Color isn't really a new console compared to the original Game Boy and Game Boy Pocket. It's more of like an incremental upgrade. It's largely the same instruction set, just with a color LCD on top. But the CPU itself, that's wonderful, isn't it? Sorry. The CPU itself does also support clock speed that's a little bit higher. Well, specifically twice as fast. So I forget the original speed, something like 4.194 megahertz or something. But some Game Boy Color games run in what's called double speed mode, which is going to be about 4 or 8.38 megahertz or something like that. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't know the specifics. I just know that it does run approximately twice as fast. And so this problem appears to occur, of course, every time I start filming, occur with those games that run in double speed mode. Not every Game Boy Color game actually runs in double speed mode, just the ones that seem to have a problem. So a popular example of Pokemon Crystal is a Game Boy Color only game. It does not run in Game Boy Color mode. It still runs in original Game Boy mode despite being a Game Boy Color exclusive game. Now, I'm not saying you can boot the game on your original Game Boy. It's still not going to work. But I'm just saying that's how that works. Anyway, there were a few suggestions made after a little bit of research into the problem, and I want to see if maybe we can't implement those suggestions. I'm going to go ahead and unplug this. We won't be doing any work to the Game Boy Color itself, I don't think. So I did make sure that it is insulated. There shouldn't be anything shorting on here, but just in case, I am going to go ahead and try to insulate this as well. One thing that was suggested to me was if there are any empty capacitor spots, we can go ahead and add those capacitors in, but it looks like everything is actually filled in here. So I think the only thing I can do is just add some insulation, because everything is covered. I mean, if nothing else, at least I showed off the problem. I don't want you guys to think, oh yeah, I recommend this mod completely. There are absolutely zero issues. I mean, yeah, I still definitely recommend the mod, but that being said, there are a few issues that you should be aware of going in. Alright, so I'm just going to use some Kapton tape here, if I can get it. I'm not having a whole lot of luck here. Oh, I got some tweezers, let's try that. There we go. Cut off a nice big piece. It doesn't matter too much, because this is all going to be behind the screen and not seen. Oh my god, and I'm totally butchering this. I don't know what the hell happened. I swear my scissors are sharp on a good day. I don't know what that was about. Okay. So I'm going to put this right there. Again, doesn't have to be perfect at all because this is all going to be behind the screen. Shouldn't be able to see this once everything's put together. I'm pretty sure this isn't the issue, but we're going to try it anyway. And one piece right there as well. Well, see, that time it cut smooth. I don't know what that was about. Maybe, just maybe, it's that simple. Anyway, for those who are trying to investigate the problem, just a few quick things. This Game Boy Color motherboard itself is unmodded, except that it does appear to have been recapped, which is something that I would have done. So I replaced these 3 capacitors here, and I probably cleaned this power switch. But beyond that, this motherboard itself is insulated and painfully stock. Last time I was talking about my iFixit kit, I think I lied when I said it wasn't going to replace my workbench tool set. I think it just might. I'm really digging it. Don't mind me fangirling over my new tools. Okay, insert that there. I'm actually going to tuck that wire in because last time I had this together, I managed to pinch it on something. Ooh, even better idea. Tuck it under the cable. That way I can't pinch it. I'll just do a couple screws. And by a couple, I mean 3. Okay. A few people suggested that it might be power related as well. These are rechargeable nickel metal hydride batteries. I charged them this morning, and I've only used them basically for this video. So yeah, it is still pretty noisy there. Don't know what else it could be. Maybe there's something else that I need to insulate, but I don't really know what. The whole back of the PCB of the flex cable should be insulated already. Yeah, I genuinely don't know. If y'all have any ideas, hit me up, let me know. I love to try. I do need to say this though. This is by far not game breaking. It's not a deal breaker. I barely even noticed it. It took someone pointing it out to me before I noticed. See, look, it's still going, but right now, in this opening scene, can you even see it? Yeah, if you look for it, I guess. But there's so much else going on, you don't even notice it. So, yeah, I do like to try and point out issues as I find them, and I'm not gonna lie, I did drop the ball a little bit. I did not notice that. But I also did test this particular game in my original video, and I did review the footage. It does show this particular issue. So, I don't know. I think it's good. I think it's okay. But if you want a perfect screen, I guess maybe wait for V2? I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are, and we can have a discussion or something. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have an excellent night, and keep on keeping on.